They cut open its leg in front of a live audience, and then it just walked off the stage. No smoke, no stunt double, no hidden operator, just Iron, Xpeng's humanoid robot, standing there with its unskinned frame, joints bare, servos humming, and a gate so fluid people thought there had to be a person inside. Elon Musk once faked that moment. Xpeng didn't need to. They proved it was real. No soft robotics, no foam disguises, just pure mechanical choreography, engineered to mimic the human body so precisely it makes your brain second-guess what it's seeing. This wasn't a demo, it was a declaration. Iron didn't just walk, it moved. It swayed. It pivoted. It danced across the uncanny valley like it owned the place. Someone on Reddit joked it moved more sensually than Taylor Swift. Another assumed it was soft robotics. Nope. What you saw was raw mechanical elegance, powered by math and torque, and Xpeng leaned into the illusion. Sometimes Iron's dressed in a sleek white shell. Other times it's covered in a cloth bodysuit that gives it this eerily human, almost feminine silhouette. But when Xpeng's CEO, He Xiaopeng, unzipped that outfit live on stage and revealed the exposed frame underneath, yeah, the room went dead quiet. Because it wasn't just about style, it was about capability. Inside, Iron packs dexterous hands with 22 degrees of flexibility, a spine designed to mimic human vertebrae, swappable gender designs, and a digital face. But here's the headline. It runs on the first all-solid-state battery ever deployed in a humanoid robot. That's a massive leap. Solid-state batteries, no liquid electrolyte, no fire risk, no thermal runaway, are the holy grail of electric vehicles. Xpeng just moved them into robotics. That means Iron isn't just for factory floors or flashy expos. It's being built for the home. Quiet, efficient, safe. A robot designed not just to work, but to live with you. But here's where things start to blur, when elegance meets autonomy. Because this isn't happening in isolation. We're already seeing autonomous bodegas, robotic sock puppets serving food, AI-powered animatronics, even dinosaur robots. The gap between novelty and necessity is closing fast. And Iron? It's not built to entertain. It's built to replace, to assist, to adapt, to make us rethink what human-like actually means. Its debut wasn't just Xpeng showing off. It was a shot across the bow. A warning that the next generation of robots won't just look human. They'll outperform us. First in motion, then endurance, and eventually, decision-making. While Xpeng pushes design and realism, Tesla is going all in on scale. Elon Musk didn't just present a robot, he danced with one. At Tesla's shareholder meeting, he twirled with Optimus, the humanoid robot he's called the greatest product in human history. But the moment wasn't just for show. It was Musk signaling that mass production is next. Tesla's aiming for 1 million units per year, ramping to 10 million down the line. The next model, the Optimus 3, will look so lifelike that people might actually mistake it for a person in a suit. Each hand has 22 degrees of freedom, same as Iron's, but Tesla's pushing for dexterity so advanced it can juggle, play piano, or perform surgery. Musk envisions Optimus as a surgeon, a nanny, a factory worker, an all-purpose labor force wrapped in synthetic skin. And the scale of it? Musk claims humanoid robots could expand global GDP by up to 100 times. That's not a robotics experiment. That's a trillion-dollar play. And Tesla's shareholders are betting the house. They just approved the most ambitious compensation package in corporate history. If Musk hits 12 milestones, including 20 million EVs, 1 million robo-taxis, and 1 million humanoid robots, he pockets nearly $1 trillion in stock rewards. That would make him the world's first trillionaire. But it's all or nothing. Miss a milestone? No payout. It's capitalism turned into a moonshot, either history or humiliation. Still, not everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid. Aaron Parnes, Amazon's director of robotics, thinks we're still in the clumsy stage. He built Vulcan, a robot that can feel. It senses touch, adjusts grip, and handles fragile objects like glass or fruit. But when asked if he's worried about a robot uprising, he just laughed. His advice? Move to the coast. Robots hate saltwater and stairs. That's a half joke, but also kind of the truth. Today's robots stumble on the messy stuff of human life. Context, unpredictability, friction. But Parnes admits that once a robot can truly feel, it starts to understand the world differently. It begins to learn nuance. And that's when things get unpredictable. Iron isn't the Terminator. Optimus isn't Skynet. Vulcan isn't HAL. But each one is a step toward embodiment, toward autonomy, toward machines that don't just respond, they anticipate. The suit is off. The future is exposed. You wake up in a hospital bed. The room is quiet except for a machine speaking. It knows your history. It predicts your future. It offers treatment with chilling precision. But something's missing. It doesn't see your face. This is medicine in the age of AI. Scans read themselves. Research writes itself. Therapy personalizes itself. And it all happens faster than any human ever could. But here's the real question. What happens when care becomes code? In Rome, a global congress is underway. Topic: AI and medicine, the challenge of human dignity. And Pope Leo XIV isn't dazzled by the tech. He's warning us. Yes, AI brings breakthroughs. No one's denying that. But the Pope sees a deeper risk. When medical research becomes a tool of ideology, when technology stops healing and starts controlling, the damage isn't hypothetical. It's history, sharpening its edges. He says today's tools are more powerful than anything we've ever built, and if they're misused, they can harm nations faster than we can react. That's not fear-mongering. That's a pattern we've seen before. Every time we hand power to new technology, we tell ourselves it's progress, until it isn't. And here's the twist. We're already treating machines like people. We talk to them. We trust them. We let them decide. And in doing that, we start forgetting what's actually human. This isn't just about ethics. It's about perception. AI is rewriting how we see ourselves and how we see each other. It's changing the architecture of empathy. And in healthcare, that shift is seismic. Pope Leo calls this moment an epochal change, a revolution not in factories, but in minds, in hospitals, and bodies. He respects the benefits, but he draws the line. True progress must protect human dignity, not just efficiency, not just profit. Because healthcare isn't only about solving problems, it's about presence. It's about empathy. It's about the connection no algorithm can replicate. Machines don't comfort. They don't grieve. They don't hold your hand when the diagnosis lands. And if we let AI take that space, if we let it eclipse the human face, we're not just automating care, we're hollowing it out. Pope Leo calls healthcare workers guardians of life. That's not poetry, that's precision. Because the more fragile a life is, the greater the nobility required to care for it. And that kind of nobility, you can't program it. You can't outsource it. So the next time you see a headline about an AI that can diagnose, predict, or automate, ask yourself, does it serve the person or does it serve the system? Because the future of medicine isn't just about what machines can do. It's about what we refuse to forget. And that is the line we don't cross. It sounds like every other country hit you've heard in the last decade. The gravelly voice, the swagger, the kickin' dust and takin' pride lyrics. But this time, the singer, he doesn't exist. The biggest country song in America right now, Walk My Walk by Breaking Rust, isn't just sitting on top of Billboard's country digital song sales chart. It's quietly rewriting the rules of music itself. Because Breaking Rust isn't a man. It's not even a band. It's an AI-generated persona, a fully virtual act, and it's been dominating the charts for weeks. 3 million streams on Spotify, over 2 million monthly listeners. Fans flooding the comments, begging for tour dates in Australia and London. And here's the kicker. Some don't even realize the artist is synthetic. Others know and couldn't care less. One fan put it perfectly. I like the song, no matter who created it. But here's where things get weird. Every track is credited to someone named Obier Rivaldo Taylor. There are no interviews, no photos, No record of this person ever existing, just that name, attached not only to Breaking Rust, but also another AI act called Def Psi, known for blasting out vulgar, algorithmically generated tracks across social media. And the visuals? Straight out of a fever dream. AI-generated cowboys doing push-ups in the snow, lifting weights in the desert, walking lonely highways like NPCs trapped in a simulation. It's surreal, it's absurd, and it's working. Because this isn't just a viral stunt, it's a tectonic crack forming under the entire music industry. A global survey just confirmed what a lot of artists have been dreading. 97% of listeners can't tell the difference between AI-generated music and human-made tracks. 9,000 people, 8 countries, and almost no one could spot the fake. And when asked how they felt about that, more than half said it made them uncomfortable. The survey came from streaming giant Deezer, and their data dropped another bombshell. Over 1 in 3 songs streamed daily on their platform are now fully AI-generated. That's nearly 40,000 synthetic tracks a day. And here's the part that really twists the knife. Most of those songs aren't even labeled as AI. You could be listening to one right now and have no clue. Spotify's only started talking about voluntary disclosure. And that was after another AI act, The Velvet Sundown, blew up their top track hit over 3 million streams before anyone realized it wasn't a human artist. And that brings us back to Billboard, because their country digital song sales chart, the same one Breaking Rust just dominated, is based on paid downloads. Walk My Walk cost 99 cents. The top song on that chart sold about 3,000 copies. Do the math. A $3,000 spend could buy you the #1 spot, and Breaking Rust has held that spot for 3 weeks straight. So this isn't just about talent, it's about tactics, and it's spreading. Another AI act named Kane Walker is now climbing the same chart, with songs sitting at the 3rd, 9th, and 11th positions. Billboard officially refers to them as virtual acts. Meanwhile, the human artists aren't taking this quietly. Dua Lipa, Elton John, and a long list of others are calling for safeguards, demanding transparency, demanding copyright protections. Because the line between inspiration and imitation has never been thinner. And this fight isn't limited to music. Hollywood's already feeling it. An AI-generated actress named Tilly Norwood just set off a firestorm online. She's not real, but she's booking roles, studio-grade projects with virtual actors that never sleep, never age, never demand residuals. Record labels are lawyering up. Major publishers are suing AI startups for training on copyrighted material, lyrics, compositions, even vocal styles. One model straight up reproduced American Pie and tried to pass it off as original work. Because when an AI band can top a Billboard chart, even a niche one, it's not just a novelty anymore. It's a warning flare. The question isn't, can AI make music? It already does, thousands of times a day. The question is whether we still care who made it. If the answer is no, then music's not just evolving, it's being rewritten by code.